Let's talk about targeting with YouTube ads. What type of targeting should you start off with, and what's the biggest mistake that most marketers and most advertisers make when doing targeting on YouTube ads? Targeting on YouTube. Now, the good thing about Google Ads is they give us a lot of good content to target with. They give us a lot of options. We can target based on demographics, age, gender, income, parental status, all those things. We can target based on in-market audiences, placements, topics, keywords. There's a lot of really comprehensive ways that we can target our ideal customers and prospects based on what they're watching, based on what they're searching for, based on who they are. It's really pretty awesome. And in fact, I made a whole series on this that I would encourage you, I'll link it here. Go through that content. It talks about the 6 different types of ads that you should focus on, you should create in the order that I recommend that you create them in. And this is going to give you a really good head start. So make sure you check that content out as well. I'll also put that in the comments below and in the description. And that's great content to go through. But one of the things that you should be thinking about when targeting is who am I actually going after and why am I going after them? And a big mistake that a lot of people have, both newbies and really seasoned vets when it comes to YouTube advertising that I run into, is they target too much. And if you think about how Google's targeting works, it's not a this or that, it's a this and that. Here's an example. Let's say I want to target middle-aged men between the ages of 35 and 55, and I want to target them based on the content that they're watching based on a keyword, and it has to fit within a certain topic. Well, the way that Google's going to do that, the way that YouTube is going to look at that targeting is they're not going to say, okay, if it's this or this, it's always going to be this and this. And so the big mistake that a lot of people have with layering is they do too much. And they really drill down too far, and Google kind of just throws its hands up and it says, I don't know what to do with this. This is too refined. And because it hasn't had any good traction to begin with, it's not going to perform very well for you. In fact, you're really not going to get much impressions at all. So a good way to look at your targeting is to go broad. Go a little bit more broad, and then start to refine down and narrow down. I tell students all the time that I have a lot of assumptions on how things are going to work. I think that an ad's going to work great on mobile only. I think it's going to work great between this age bracket, in this income bracket, and based on these keywords. I think these things. I'm making a lot of strong assumptions. And sometimes I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong. And it's always a lesson to myself, and it's my encouragement to you, is never go into it just assuming, but allow the data to tell you what's working. And you're going to put an ad out, you're going to target very broad, you're going to cast a wide net, and then you're going to see results happen for each phase, for the demographics, for the ages, for the audiences, for the topics, for the placements, for the keywords. You're going to see how that all works out for clicks and your cost per click, your conversions and your cost per conversion, your watch time, all those things. And my encouragement is then to refine down and start to really boil down on who is actually giving you the best results. Don't go so hyper focused on your targeting that you're doing all these different things at once. Really start out with just one. Do demographics and do keywords. Do demographics and do audiences. Do demographics and search terms. Do it like that, and then begin to refine down and run different campaigns with different variations where it's demographics and topics, demographics and audiences, demographics and keywords, and just let it be a tournament of actions and behaviors, and then you can begin to pair in different layering. And just like you're making a good soup or a good stew, you can add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that, but you don't do that right at the beginning. You do it as it's cooking, you do it as it's performing, and you are constantly honing in on your best performing targeting options. So don't start off with a lot, but start off with a little bit in multiple different test groups and split test what's going to work, and then combine those things. I call it the Hunger Games of targeting. So if I want to see what keywords are performing well, I don't make one campaign with 20,000 keywords. I make one campaign with 5 keywords or 3 keywords, and I do different campaigns with the same rule in mind, 3 to 5 keywords, and I take the winning keywords out of those campaigns, and I start to make them compete with one another. So when you are starting off your campaigns, or if you're just, if you're really seasoned in this, look at your campaigns and look at your targeting to get better results, to begin to scale more appropriately. Go with a wider net and start to refine down. Let the data be your guide. Let the data tell you what's working, and you're gonna have a much better performing YouTube ad. As always, if you're brand new to our content, or if you just enjoy this content, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our content. We're putting out videos often that's really geared to give you as much free information and training as possible. So if you can hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified every time we put out new content, it would really help out the channel. Also, on this video, comment below and let me know how you plan on leveraging this content, or what content you'd like to see me do in the future, because I want to make sure I'm helping you guys out the best that I can. So hit subscribe, hit like, and comment. I know there's a lot there, but it really helps us out.